Good morning, folks. We begin with the solar wind acceleration mystery. This is one of the best avenues for the new electrical theories because every attempt the mainstream makes to explain it falls way short, including this: Alpha waves, magnetohydrodynamics, unable to explain what we all observe. A terrific topic to watch going forward. The exoplanet hunt takes a step backwards. While latest observations fortify the case for 3 of the 6 exoplanets at Gliese, the best one thought to be habitable was actually distortion based on a sunspot on the faraway star. It actually makes it likely that 2 of the 6 exoplanets are not even real. Time to update the temperature rundown. We'll start with CO2 actually, which is rising faster and faster, as we all know. Then we'll come to Michigan State and NOAA. After that, we'll look at the model from Goddard. Up next, 2 models from the Met Office. This is all on woodfortrees.org, by the way. We're looking at a bit more than a decade. We'll wind up here with the results from Berkeley, and finally, University of Alabama, Huntsville. The uptick into magnitude 6 range continued yesterday as the New Zealand rumble was followed by a 6.6 in Papua New Guinea. We also saw above-average quakes downgraded in Japan and the North Atlantic Ocean. Meanwhile, I'll point out the diamond here, a quarry blast big enough to register a 2.5, and happening as I narrate this, a 6.0 in Indonesia. Let's look at the West Pacific. That Japan quake and the one the day before appear suspiciously on track with the path of the typhoon. Well, suspicious if you haven't been watching it happen here over and over again. I pulled up the pressure down under. Purple are the lows, and despite opposite spins north and south, they both draw convergences on their eastern edge. You can see them expressed here in the precipitable water. Up north, we're eyeing a strengthening of the Atlantic low. Looking again for the convergence drawn on the eastern edge, and we find the top weather watch for Europe today. Big swath there. Top story for North America is going to Nova Scotia. In case you guys can't tell, this is going to be a direct hit. Luckily, Arthur has weakened, but it's probably of little consolation. Also, that low way up in Canada is going to cause thunderstorms and strong wind from the edge of the Hudson all the way down to Texas. Seriously, a train of moisture right there on a warpath. Solar wind, I see an itsy-bitsy spider's worth of super speedy readings. Those could have even been galactic. But the sparse amounts did little more than give a minor jolt to the low-energy protons. The real solar wind story is the low speed. We're consistently under 300 kilometers per second here, and that's our baseline for worrying about a magnetic weakening and a grand minimum to come. Earth's shield, taking the day off. As if that wasn't clue enough, the solar flaring is an incredible indicator that the magnetic power of our star needs a nap. The northern sunspots actually decayed a bit, but the south looks amazing. The lead group has no mixing and not many candidates for development, but they are big and they are morphing. Behind them we have 2 sunspot groups that seem to want to do the lateral spread, and with that we indeed have delta complexity in a couple different places, a couple different developing places as well. Despite the magnetic mix, we've got no flaring. In fact, as you watch the incoming dark coronal hole on the equator, know that the only eruption came just a few hours ago from just ahead of it, a filament pop that was very minor. 2 notes to close. First, we uploaded a second video yesterday late in the evening. It's the latest addition to the climate change playlist. Definitely check that out. All our playlists can be found linked here or on our YouTube page. Second, in today's Fly on the Wall episode, our audio cast to the website, we will discuss that solar wind acceleration, among other things. Eyes open. No fear, it's 6:15 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe, everyone.